welcome to another episode of the Saturday Drop-In Podcast. It's been a busy one today.
It has been busy.
I feel like we always start with, it's been a busy one today.
But it has. That's just it. It has been a busy one.
We have so many people in the studio today.
Indeed. So I think we should just get straight into it. Of course, we've got all your usual stuff. We've got a bit of Guess the Year. We've got a bit of Beat Detective. But shall we jump straight into our interview?
Yes, please.
With the Florians here to tell us about their latest production. We'll be back on the other side.
The other side.
The other side.
Hannah Montana. She did a song
I'll
called
maybe
The Other
not
Side of
put
Me.
that part in. I'll maybe finish a wee bit earlier there.
Okay.
And we're also joined by some special guests from the Florians Theatre, which started life in 1944 as a means to provide entertainment for troops. The Florians Theatre has continued to entertain the public of Inverness and the Highlands on the back of a run of successful productions previously, including the original pantomime The King's Jewels, an adaptation of Alfred Hitchcock's Dial M for Murder, and the telling of the story of the fishwives of an East Coast fishing village in Get Up and Tie Your Fingers, where they sang for us live in the studio. No pressure on our today's guests, but there's no music involved in this one. The company are back with a new production called The Thrill of Love. This play tells the true story of Ruth Ellis, the last woman to be hanged in Britain, and takes a look at the woman behind the headlines and what led to the tragic events of 1955. So joining us in the studio today, and I'm going to get the order correct, Carol, who is the secretary of the Florians and is directing this performance. We've got Meg, who's playing the character of Ruth Ellis, and Trevor, who plays the character of the detective Jack Gale. Folks, welcome along to the studios. Thank you very much for coming in to see us today. How are you all?
Good, thanks for having us.
Yeah. Lovely. Now, this is quite a challenging production. It's got some very strong themes within it. So I was wondering, Carly, why tell us a wee bit about the history of this story, about the story of Ruth Ellis?
Okay, well, Ruth, as you said, is famously known as the last woman hanged in Britain in July 1955. But interestingly, the play doesn't deal with the hanging or the shooting, and two of the main characters, David Blakely and Desmond Casson, who are key players in the story, are not actually in the play. The play deals with the sequence of events leading up to the crime and Ruth's mental state at the time, so it very much tells it from Ruth's perspective.
Mm-hmm. And I was wondering, what made you choose this play? Because you're directing it, so presumably it was your choice for this. What was the reasoning behind going for this particular play and this subject matter?
Well, I'm a big fan of true crime and I watch documentaries all the time, and Trevor's getting quite concerned that I might bump him off one day because I'm learning quite a lot about how to do things and get away with it. So it's one of the stories that's always interested me, and I've read books about her and I've seen dramatisations about her story, and then when I saw the play I thought, this sounds interesting, I'm going to read it, and I really liked it. It's a very well written play. I really liked the way it was written, so I thought, I would like to direct that.
You sort of briefly mentioned it, but we should cover what is the time period that the play covers, because the Ruth Ellis, the last woman hanged in Britain, but if people are thinking that they wanted to come and see it, but that sounds a bit too extreme, the play sort of certainly doesn't cover that aspect of it. It's a different focus rather than just the actual full-on trial and the aftermath of it. It's what sort of time period is it that we're dealing with?
Yeah, so the 50s, I mean, it all happened when she was convicted and hung within 3 months. So the murder happened in April 55, and then she was hung on July 55. So it's the lead up to the shooting. So the early 50s, it takes place in the clubs that she worked in, because she worked as a hostess in one club, the Court Club, and then she was promoted to manageress of the Little Club. So it takes place in these clubs, and also in the police station where she's interviewed by the inspector.
Now, Meg, you're playing the character of Ruth Ellis. How does that feel to take on this character, both in terms of the responsibility to this person, it's a real person from history, and also the subject matter as well? How's that been for you?
It's been interesting. I think in as much as you can do, I've just sort of tried to separate what we've done from the real person and think of it more as a character. Obviously, there's certain elements of it where I've tried to keep it true to portraying her, but I've also tried not to get in my own head about it, and I've deliberately not watched any of the previously done dramatisations or documentaries just so that because we're not trying to recreate something that's already been done. We're trying to put our spin on it and do it our way.
What research have you done then to find out more about the character herself?
So, like Caroline, I am a big true crime fan. It's part of the reason I auditioned for it. So I already knew the story from listening to podcasts and that sort of side of it. So I have done research on that side. I've just tried to not to look at anything visual about it.
And how does it feel, the subject matter of it's domestic abuse, it's violence against women, it must be quite emotional. It must bring out a lot of emotion in you. How have you have you been able to sort of control that, or do you direct that into your performance?
Yeah, I've tried to direct it into my performance. It's something that is very important to me. I'm a big advocate for women's rights, and I think it is a story that, unfortunately, though it was in the 50s, it is still very prevalent today, and there are still women going through what Ruth went through. And although her case has brought about change and reform, and her hanging did change the law, they then brought about things to do with diminished responsibility due to what had led to the murder. Unfortunately, it's not enough, and it's not something people talk about. It's something that people feel embarrassed about, and you go through domestic violence and you don't talk about it to people. So it's a conversation that needs to be had, and it's something not to be shied away from.
It's interesting. Of course, domestic abuse, should be talked about, should be highlighted, it should be eradicated, of course. Interesting that there's different ways of doing that in terms of public information programming, workshops in streets, the police putting across messaging. I think there's an interesting responsibility for a group of volunteers and an amateur dramatics to also be advocating for it and highlighting it as well through this sort of medium of putting on the play.
Yeah, I think so. And I think sometimes people are more susceptible to hearing things from people they see as their peers. I think you hear government messages and you hear sort of wider world stories and you go, well, that's not to do with me and that's not to do with what I'm going through. But actually, when you see something, and especially in a setting like the Florians Theatre is, where it is very small and
intimate's a great word, yeah,
and you're sort of right in that action, I think it makes you feel things that you wouldn't feel just from hearing an advert telling you to reach out. I think it is a different format, and because it is so evocative and it makes you feel those things yourself, it sort of puts you in their shoes and it helps you to think about things from other people's perspectives.
I wonder what the cast feels that I think going into it, I would already have sort of some preconceptions. I think I'm already going to be quite angry about this life that this woman, unfortunately, was the cards that she was dealt. But do you try and be less emotive to let the audience make up their own minds, or is it impossible to get away from that? Is it sort of so obvious that this was wrong?
Yeah, I think, as you say, it can be difficult to separate the emotion from the facts, if you like. But I think what we have to do is to put it forward straight, and then make people make up their own minds. I mean, obviously, you do get caught up in the emotions of the story because it's a very emotional story. And my character, the detective Jack Gale, he didn't actually exist. He's just a cipher, if you like. And he's actually very sympathetic to Ruth, which, ironically enough, in reality, the police really weren't very, very sympathetic to her at all. I mean, part of the reason was that Ruth didn't do herself any favours when she was arrested. She admitted readily that she'd done it, and she didn't really deviate from that at all. And the police didn't really excavate into her story much at all, really. They just took her admission of guilt as, that's the case closed sort of thing.
And she was a victim of her time because it was a male-dominated society. Mm-hmm. I mean, even the jury was 10 men, 2 women, and even the 2 women weren't very sympathetic to her because of her lifestyle, they just looked on her as, something less.
I suppose it's one thing that one would hope in this day and age that somebody finding themselves in that position is given a bit better support, a bit better advice, having the legal advice there as well. I mean, this is before, in America we call the Miranda Act, where people have read their rights and they have rights when they're interviewed. That wouldn't have existed by then. It would have been, and again, the police officers, I suspect, were looking for a nice easy conviction, very quick,
exactly.
done. I mean, you said it's 3 months from the actual the murder to to the sentence being carried out seems in this day and age incredible that would happen.
They didn't care why she'd done it. It was just the fact that she had.
Yeah.
And interestingly, the one who was kind of sympathetic to her was the judge. He really tried to get her to tell more about her side of things, but she just said, "No, I'm guilty. I did it."
And even her own solicitor was less than helpful, because he had evidence that he knew about, that she'd been put up to it, if you like, by another lover, if you like, and he did feel guilty about it. And years later, he actually went to Scotland Yard and so confessed, if you like, that he'd almost withheld information from them about this other chap, Desmond Cusson, who had been her boyfriend and who'd given her the gun and who'd driven her to the scene of the crime. But this never came out at the trial.
And the appeals by family members, because she had children and she now has grandchildren, they've been trying to get the sentence repealed over time. It's actually, coincidentally, because I asked you this earlier on, I was like, what made you choose it and the timings? Because a couple of months ago, back in June, there was a change to her sentence, belatedly, because her grandchildren are still fighting for this. But that was sheer coincidence. You were already into rehearsals by the time this happened.
We were a couple of months into rehearsals when we heard on the news that she'd been granted this posthumous pardon, which was really great for us, and we were delighted about it. It was, but just coincidentally that we happened to be doing the play. But it's great for her grandchildren because, her son ended up killing himself. Her daughter had a terrible life as well. So the grandchildren at least are seeing some recompense for what happened.
Looking more sort of wider at the play itself and how you go about putting that on, what's it been like to create the scene for this? Because it's set in the 1950s. And 1955 was when the act took place. So what's it been like from the director's perspective to create the set design or the costuming from your wardrobe? How's that been?
It's been quite different in as much as we're not having what we call a box set, so there's no walls and doors and things. It's very much just done with lighting, so we have different corners of the stage that are lit to signify the club or the court or the police station or whatever. So nothing changes really, other than at the interval we slightly change it, but throughout there's no scene changes throughout Act 1 and then the same in Act 2. But I think it's quite atmospheric that way because of the way that the lighting's done and it lights certain areas and... Yeah, so it's been challenging, but good.
Do you use music at all to set the scene?
We do. Interestingly, Billie Holiday had a similar life to Ruth in that she was, hard done by at the hands of men. And so a lot of her songs are quite significant in the words that she uses. So her music is used throughout the play to set the scene. So, yeah, there's a few Billie Holiday songs. Well,
I'll tell you what, why don't we take a wee break? We'll let the listeners listen to some Billie Holiday. We've got some summertime lined up. We'll have a listen to that, and then we'll come back to talk some more about the theatre itself and some work that's been done on it, more about the play and how people can find out more information about it. We'll be back after some Billie Holiday. Billie Holiday and Summertime. We're playing that as part of our interview with the team from the Florians. We're joined by Caroline, Meg and Trevor. They're telling us about their forthcoming production, which is entitled...
The Thrill of Love.
And you were just talking about how the music sets the scene. You've mentioned it briefly, but maybe just explain about some of the characters who appear in the play are real-life characters, and just more about the actual events that took place at the time as well. We've explained how Ruth Ellis killed her husband as part of an abusive relationship, but tell us more about the later story after that then, Caroline.
Okay, so it wasn't her husband, he was her lover, David Blakely, who was a racing driver and was quite well-to-do family. But he used and abused Ruth, spent all her money, so she had a fair bit of money with running this club that she'd been put in charge of, but he basically used the profits and lived off her and lived with her, and really ruined her life in many ways. And then, of course, there was the tragic event that led up to the crime. So,
yeah. I mean, Blakely was a bit of a horrible character, to be honest. He was, as Caroline said, he was a racing driver and spent all her money. He was had this idea of building a racing car, and used all her money to for this harebrained scheme that he had to build this car. And he was carrying on with other women as well at the same time, and she was obviously jealous of that. And then he was, as I say, I won't go into too much detail about the actual circumstances as to what triggered her to eventually commit the crime, but she basically shot him outside a pub in London. And as I said earlier on, when she was arrested, she fully admitted that she'd done it, and that's how the sort of the whole situation panned out.
For yourself as actors, directors, it must be interesting to play something that's quite hard hitting, quite gritty like this, because I know from you've been in before, Trevor, and before a Blether, and you've played comedy roles, you've done your musical theatre. Does it really, as a performer, excite you to be able to do something that's really quite more hard hitting, has a lot of gravity to it, that you're not playing for laughs? You're getting a stunned silence from the audience is probably what you're expecting here. How does that feel to do this kind of role?
Yeah, it's a responsibility, obviously, because it's a real, it's based on a real character, a real person, who actually lived, and obviously relating to the tragic end. But I do tend to prefer the more dramatic performances that we mount. I mean, obviously, comedy's a great fun to do, and hearing people laugh is nothing better, particularly if it's something that you've written yourself, which I've lucky enough to have written stuff that people have laughed at, and in a good way, like.
I'm with you.
But equally, I think I would say I prefer the more dramatic stuff that we do, and the opportunities that we have to put more dramatic performances on. Like, for example, the one that we did last year with the girls, the Get Up and Tie Your Fingers.
Yeah,
it's a very dramatic storyline. People
can go back and listen to the podcast of our show, and you'll be able to find the interview that we did there for Get Up and Tie Your Fingers. And they were so passionate about it because, again, we're telling a real story, a story that probably isn't that well known. I mean, I'll be honest, before today, I probably wouldn't have known this when I did my research on it this morning and last night. So it is interesting that you're bringing out this story for people to know, and that one particularly, Get Up and Tie Your Fingers, about the fishwives on the east coast of Scotland, is brilliant to bring that into the focus. But what about yourself, Mike? You were saying this is your first... is this your first production with the Florians?
Yes, it's my first production with the Florians. It's the first time I've done theatre since I left college, so a good 12 or more years.
And you thought, I'll just come along. I might get a wee sway part at the back.
Yeah.
And here you are. What was it like when they said, "Oh yeah, well actually, we'll get you to take on this role"?
I think I just stared at Caroline for a wee minute, going, "Did she actually say my name?" But no, it's been fantastic. It's such a well written play, and it's so thoughtfully put together. So it's made it. I don't want to say an easy re-entering into theatre, but it's certainly it's been. Despite the subject matter, it's been fun to do. Like, the cast is so great, the crew is so great, and despite the serious subject matter, there are some more light moments throughout the play. Like, I don't want people to think that they're coming to sit through a full couple of hours of doom and gloom. There are some lighter moments, and it is, playing Ruth, I think, has been an absolute privilege, so I'm really looking forward to people seeing it.
Must be interesting because you enjoy what you do, and that's, we have this conversation with people who are volunteers. We say to them, it's okay to enjoy being a volunteer and it's okay to enjoy what you're doing, but that must be quite an interesting feeling for you that you're telling the story, a very difficult story of a real person, and you're enjoying the social aspect of being the Florians. Must be quite a difficult one to sort of balance up yourself to say, it's okay for me to enjoy this, that's all right.
Yeah, I think we take it very seriously while we're running it and while we're doing it, and it's the moments in between, and it's telling the story that's so important. And I think especially being such a heavily female cast, it's something that's really important to all of us, and something that we're not taking lightly. And it's something, the message about getting the help when you need it and not doing what Ruth did and just staying and putting up with it is, I think, something that's
relevant today.
Yeah, sadly it is. We talk about the Florians, the theatre. It's an intimate wee room, isn't it? It's 97 capacity. Tickets are doing very well. There's not a lot left on Saturday, so if you are interested in going, you really need to get onto the website soon. But the theatre itself has had some renovation work taking place this year, some upgrades and some renovations. What's the work been that you've been up to?
Yeah, well, we recently applied to the Energy Savings Trust to get a grant to upgrade our lighting, our stage lighting. One of the big, as you can imagine, running a theatre, which we do, we run it ourselves. Running a theatre, one of the big costs is electricity. And so the new sort of type of LED lighting, that stage lighting that there is available, costs a lot less to run than the old style, and that was one of the sort of spurs that made us want to improve the lighting, the stage lighting that we have.
And we thought our seating had seen better days, so we had everything reupholstered. So they're really plush and comfortable now. And we actually launched a campaign as well to have people sponsor a seat for
That's right,
a certain amount of money. And that's been huge, tremendous. I think we've only got about 8 seats left that haven't been sponsored.
That's phenomenal.
So, so that's really helped to...
If people want to contact us.
Yes, do contact us if you want one.
It's lovely that the community supports you so much, and obviously thinks very highly of the work that you do as the Florians and the productions that you put on. And looking ahead, I don't want to say that the season or the time of year that is coming up, we're in August now, it'll come up very, very soon, but your Christmas show information has just been released. What's coming up?
Yeah, so for Christmas this year, we try to alternate between one year doing a panto and one year doing a Christmas show. So this year we're doing The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe. So we're going to Narnia for Christmas. So we're actually auditioning for that tomorrow. We had our reading last week and we're casting it tomorrow. And then immediately the Thrill of Love finishes, that one will go into rehearsal. So we just go straight from one to another.
Well, good luck with that. Let's not say Christmas, although I just did. And of course, if people are wanting to support you, it's one thing to come and see the shows, but to actually put the shows on, there's so much involved. Yes, there's the people on the stage reading out the lines, but there are the people that's going to operate your nice new fancy lights. There's people doing set design for you. So much work that's involved. Can people get in touch with you and volunteer their time to come and help the Florians go from strength to strength?
Absolutely. We always welcome people who want to do front of house, help backstage, get involved in other ways. We have no shortage of people who want to be out there and be on stage. But, the theatre can't run without all these other people because we're all volunteers. We all have real jobs. And so we do need people to come and do these things to help us. Otherwise, we couldn't put on the productions that we do. So, absolutely. If you want to get involved, please contact me, florians.secretary@gmail.com.
And the Florians website, if you just go on to Google or your own preferred choice of search engine, just search for Florians Inverness and it's the top hit. You can get on there and immediately buy tickets for this show. And also it does say coming soon for your Christmas show. So we
tickets won't go on sale for that until this one's finished.
Yeah.
But probably the week after. Yeah.
And getting quick because they do get snapped up, particularly the ones closer to Christmas as well, will go. Well, folks, thank you so much for coming on to talk to us today. Although stick around, because you being musical theatre, drama, production-y people, you will be able to basically win the quiz that we've got lined up for you. We're going to have a game of The Show Must Go On.
Coming up to 5 minutes past 12 on your Saturday afternoon, which means you're stuck with the cool gang for today. Stuck
really
with the
sell
cool
us,
gang.
don't you?
We
Really
do sell us. Do you know what? We're award winning and we can sell it that way if we like. How are you this week, Tom?
I'm good, Shannon. It's great to see you. How are you? You look really, really smart
Thanks.
today.
I'm off to the pub after this.
Is that what it is? You don't get dressed up like this just because you're meeting up with your old mate Tom.
No.
You're going out afterwards
Not
on
really,
the Raz,
no.
yeah?
Not on the Waz. I'm on the Coca-Cola.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I'll
Chicken
be on the
cherry cola or just plain cola?
I don't know if they sell cherry cola where I'm going. It might be Pepsi. You know when you say, can I have a Coke and they're like, we've got Pepsi.
Will Pepsi do? Ugh. Yeah, I'm good. Hey, Rory's here too.
Hi,
Hey, up to
Rory.
Rory, how's things?
Yeah, very good.
Are you looking forward to going back to school soon?
Well, they started
Are
back.
you back at
Yeah,
school?
they all
Back.
started back this week.
Yeah. How was it?
Yeah, it was alright.
What?
It's a bit dull.
Bit tough.
You're doing...
Keeping school, kids.
This is
Keeping
hires.
School.
Hires you're into now, so it should be like, wow,
Yeah,
hires.
really
So
exciting
boring.
and
Honestly.
It's only 3 days
There's
in,
no
man.
crack.
yeah,
no.
there's no crack, no crack on day 3, but that's fine because we've got so much going on.
We've got
in
enough
this
crack
show.
here, exactly.
Yeah.
More crack than a...
Beat
than
Detective is done.
Beat Detective it is, and I almost shouted it out. Well, not the answer. I shouted out the question already at the beginning of the show. We've got a phenomenal guest of the year set up by Rory.
Yeah, we did.
Say we had a bit of an audience in Hits Different.
We did.
It was quite fun though.
And Jess did very well under pressure, still being able to do links when she had people staring at her.
She did great. She got 20 quid off of you.
Well,
We'll talk about that later.
Alas, the app's not working. We'll talk about that in a second.
Excuses,
yeah.
excuses.
And as well as the Florians coming in, that means this week's This or That is called The Show Must Go On.
Okay.
We're going to do a West End theatre,
Right.
basically This or That.
Yeah.
Did the show run for longer or less than another show?
Okay.
It'll make sense when we get there.
Yeah.
And it's a good one. Obviously, the Florians, they're going to be 100% because, these people are... They live,
They're
breathe...
hot.
They're hot on the theatre.
Yeah.
They know the West End. There's no way that they're going to get any questions wrong, is there?
Not at all.
They're-
See, they're shaking their heads. We
There's
know.
there's
we
a
know.
bit of a mixed response there. But yes, you just mentioned there that Jess is still here. She's just finished her show and she's doing her usual thing of going to the shoppy, the Highlands
shoppy.
table to get a coffee for me, or maybe a juice, or maybe a Diet Coke for Rory. The problem is it's financed not by Highland Hospital Radio, but by the Bank of Thomas Nelson.
Yeah. The
problem
Bank
is-
of Dad.
The problem is the Bank of Dad.
I think.
Oh, it's just my daughter. Oh, I thought we've broken down that fourth wall. The problem is, unfortunately, the Nationwide app, other banks are available, of course. My Nationwide app isn't working, so I can't transfer the money. And you've just suggested that I send Jess to the cash machine
Yeah,
here
to
at
the
Rigmore
hole in the wall. Yeah.
with my PIN number. Now, I have two issues with that. One, I am not trusting Jess with my PIN number and my bank card. That's point one. But the second one is, I don't know my PIN number. Who knows their PIN number for their debit card these days?
Everyone.
I
Do
did.
you know what? I still have the piece of paper when I got my card.
Yeah, it's
and you know what? It had
where-
the little peely bit, and you had to look through the little sticky bit.
Where is
For your
where is Gordy from the police, Highlands Police Scotland crime? Like the cyber security awareness. I bet he is fizzing at us right now for what he's just heard. No,
I know.
I don't know any of my PIN numbers, and this is a huge problem
That's
because
really
I just
bad.
Apple Pay everything.
Yeah. But what
Da-ding.
happens if it's over the limit?
But there isn't a limit for Apple Pay. I bought a car. I paid a deposit for a car with my Apple Pay once. It's like a £600 deposit, and I'm like, "Can I try this with Apple Pay?" And the car showroom guy's going, "Yeah, why not? Let's give it a shot." Yeah, £600 just by
Wow.
going tap,
Wow.
and that
That's
was
scary.
That was quite
That is
unnerving.
quite scary.
Good news. The app is working.
There we go.
So Jess shall be
Nationwide heard.
Nationwide.
They're listening in. Thanks,
Exactly.
Nationwide.
So Jess is going to go to the shoppy. Does anybody listening want anything? Let us know. Studio at hhr.scot. If you want a wee delivery to the wards, I'm
If you
sure.
want to deposit for a car,
Yeah, we can do deposits for cars. Yeah, sure. We can afford that.
let's get some Bucks Fizz on whilst we're trying to figure
yes,
out
please.
your financial situation. This is the land of make believe. We've got to talk about it because so you covered Danny's disco.
Go,
this
go,
week.
go, go.
And you
So,
you did one of them TikTok lives.
I did a TikTok live.
How was it?
Well, after young Rory showed me how the what's it
Yeah.
called again? Internet.
Yeah, it took a while.
Internet.
Take your sweet time.
Once I got the internet to work.
Internet.
And I got on. I googled. So I went on to Google, and then I googled, so I could open up a search engine.
Yeah.
Um,
It's a standard practice.
That's what you do.
Yeah.
Then I had a look at the TikToks. I've downloaded everything. Then obviously I had to get you to tell me the super secret code that it texts you, which of course we never would share.
No, of course.
And then we did. There was people joining in. It was great fun. We
Yeah.
had a laugh.
I'm
It was
glad.
all good.
Yeah. It
Um,
looked amazing.
But doing Danny's Disco is great fun because I've not
I might
done.
have to book in a Thursday slot.
Well, I'm doing it again this week, I think, because I enjoyed it so much.
Yeah.
The thing is, this is great. I love doing this show. I love having guests that come in. I love doing the quizzes and the games and chatting to you guys.
Yeah.
But there's something nice about just doing an old school, coming in just
Disco
yourself
show.
and doing a radio show. No, not even just disco or anything,
Yeah,
but just
yeah.
having your show planned out. I had all my notes. It was like back in when I first started radio.
And this week in Jar History.
History. But yeah, you said it's busy in the studio.
Mm-hmm.
Jess is still here. She's hanging about. Obviously,
Yeah.
you, me, and Rory are here. Rory, I think, is now an official part of the team.
Yeah, I mean he's on the
he's on the graphics now,
he's
isn't
on
he?
the graphics,
Yeah, it's awesome.
yeah.
He's on the graphics.
Aw.
That took far too long for me to try and work last night.
Yeah.
But we've actually
That
got
tracks.
another guest
Yeah.
in the studio.
A regular.
She is a
nonetheless.
regular. She is a regular, but usually in internet. She's on the Facebook. Is that how it works, Rory?
The Facky book.
I beg your pardon?
Facky book.
Sorry, I misheard you there. Thought I was going to have to write an apology to Ofcom there. Sorry about that.
No.
Facebook.
It used to be called that. It was a joke.
Let's
was-
not call it that again,
it's
though.
a millennial
Let's
joke,
not call it
though.
that again. But yeah, your mum's here.
Yeah.
Kerry's here. So how's Kerry going to be able to message us with her guesses to guess the
Should
year
just
and Beach
shout when the
Detective?
music's
Yeah,
on.
Just shout out.
Yeah.
But thanks to EasyJet. Well, no, we should clarify. It's not EasyJet's fault that that your flight was cancelled, Kerry. It was air traffic controllers.
Yeah.
Because as we know, here in the Highlands, there's a shortage of air traffic controllers. And I was wondering, is that a career that the young team might be interested
Rory,
in?
would you be interested in
I
parking
thought-
planes?
No, isn't that
There's
like
more to
one of
do,
the most
just to
like,
say, but-
stressful jobs ever?
It is
It's
indeed,
the one where you
yes.
get like with the wavy stuff.
No, that's the people down on the ground. This is the people actually up in the
Oh.
big box thing.
Oh,
who
the
are-
big box.
Yeah.
The big box thing.
Nice.
I mean, this is clearly why we're not air traffic controllers.
Could you imagine me as an air traffic? Yeah, just park it. You're good.
Oh, yeah, I can. Yeah, it looks up. Just
It looks clean.
give it a
You're
shot,
good.
mate. See what happens.
Wait.
So I tell you what, we've overrun so much. While we get into an ad break, and when we come back, we have got a game to play because Rory has written this week's Guest of the Year. We've got some Backstreet Boys and some Britney Spears coming up,
Yeah.
and we've got a question for you. And what is the question?
I think it's just guess the year,
Guess the
isn't
year.
it?
What was the year? It's Britney Spears. That is taken from February of our mystery year, peaking at number 1 and spending 2 weeks at the top of the UK charts, 23 weeks in total. Do you know, there's a lovely connection here. We've got some Backstreet Boys coming up in a moment. The song was originally offered to the Backstreet Boys and TLC as well. Boy Band 5 also were offered it. Everybody seemed to be offered that song.
And Brittany went, yeah, I'll do it.
Yeah, I'll do it. Why not? One more time, Britney Spears. You are enjoying Guess the Year, and it's very simple. If you can guess the year, drop us a message to studio@hhr.scot. Check us out on the HHR radio app and hit the message to studio. You can enjoy the guy walking past with the big metal crates.
I was going to say.
Timing is it's the drop in. We have the doors open. It's what we do. Or of course, check out our Facebook and Instagram as well, where you can get some more visual clues. But here's some audio clues from Shannon.
In the world of music and radio of this year, Napster launched in June of this year, sparking the digital music piracy debate that would reshape the entire industry over the following decade. Do you know what? Piracy. Let's talk about that.
I love it.
Let's not talk about piracy.
Yeah, but who doesn't remember a cheeky Pirate Bay?
I was always Napster. You know, I was
Napster.
loyal to Napster. You know, coming in from school, not being allowed on the internet until 6 o'clock because that was low rate. Because of course it was 56k
Yeah, and
dial-up.
the phone would be
yeah, of
disconnected
course, yeah.
as well. You couldn't take a phone call.
Couldn't
at the
take a
same
phone
time.
call. Oh, kids,
Could you imagine not calling
So-
someone but going on the internet to email them?
right? You had to wait until 6 o'clock at night because then it was only 1 pence per minute to use the internet.
1 pence per minute.
1 pence
Yeah.
per minute. Okay.
How much do you think it is per minute now?
Oh, I don't know. Well, it's irrelevant because you just pay your
monthly
broadband.
fee, yeah.
But this was for 56k dial-up. So the broadband in your house. I mean, we have 500
dial-up
meg
in the
broadband.
system?
If you listen to if you listen to the 90s hour, you get some lovely dial-up noises and a lovely host in Tom Nelson. So you dialed up, and to download a song. So downloading "Baby One More Time" on Napster, I would take at least half an hour, I would say, if it
Yeah.
worked. And then you find out that it was actually a really bad copy of it, and you have to try again.
That's wild.
Aye, well, you kids don't know.
No, you don't. You
Well-
don't get it. You get it so easy these
Oh,
days.
it's so easy.
The teen pop explosion hit full force. You've got people like Britney Spears, who we just recently listened to, Christina Aguilera, NSYNC, Backstreet Boys, who will,
Here in a minute.
we'll listen to later in a minute. Dominated sales of Backstreet Boys Millennium, selling over 1.13 million copies in its first week, and a record at the time.
There's a clue.
I know. Digital One, Britain's first national commercial DAB or DAMP digital radio multiplex, went on air on the 15th of November this year, carrying Classic FM, Virgin Radio, Talk Radio UK, plus 2 new digital-only stations, Core and Planet Rock.
Oh, Planet
Love
Rock.
Planet Rock. And this was a landmark moment for digital radio in the UK. Most listened to output in the UK still.
DAB.
Radio. No, just radio.
All right, I was going to say.
DAB and radio.
FM's still there, frequency
FM's still
modulation.
there,
In TV, The Sopranos debuts on HBO, ushering in what many consider the golden era of television. James Gandolfini's Tony Soprano remains one of TV's defining characters. Never watched a single episode of The Sopranos. I'm not a TV guy.
I'm the Instagram reel.
Right, yeah, that's
yeah.
that's how we
It's on
consume
the
content
Instagram
these
reels,
days.
yeah.
After 32 years, what was billed as the last ever News at 10 aired on ITV on the 5th of March, hosted by Sir Trevor McDonald.
Yeah,
It was his
you
birthday a
didn't
couple of
put-
days ago. Happy
was it?
birthday. Yeah, he's 80. He was 80 something. Replaced by the ITV Nightly News. The News at 10 note would return later. SpongeBob SquarePants premieres on Nickelodeon.
Love
Created
SpongeBob.
by marine biologist Stephen Hillenberg, it followed SpongeBob, Squidward, Patrick in Bikini Bottom, and it quickly became one of the most successful animated series ever made. Have you seen the live action version?
No, I haven't. I don't know if I want to.
Have you seen the
No.
musical?
No, see what it is
There's
is
a musical?
Yeah.
Amazing.
they did no, it's like the actual characters who do the voices, they did a wee skit where it was them playing the roles.
Right.
It's
Got
well
you,
worth
got you,
checking
got
out. On Coronation Street, long-running character Alf Roberts died of a heart attack. That's like Soap 101 right there.
Yeah.
Just 1 month before the real-life death. Oh my goodness, I feel really bad now. 1 month before the real life death of Brian Mosley, the actor who played him. Thanks, Rory. Setting me up nicely there.
Get the trumpet out.
Hey.
Yeah.
Ever play that on French horn? Who was born? I can't remember
which
which number it is. Who was born in this year? Rory.
The first famous person born this year is Sabrina Carpenter.
That was January 1st, yeah. First
maybe.
famous person born of this year.
Just don't
January
ignore her.
1st.
Move on, Rory. You're better than
Anyway.
this.
Next is Madison Beer, who I think
Okay.
is a TikTok person. I've
She is a
Madison
TikTok
Beer.
person, yeah.
A TikTok pit. The young team's not happy with me.
And then Cameron Boyce.
I don't know
Who
who
is
Cameron Boyce
I
is.
think it was a Disney person. Yeah.
What?
Jess, help us out. Who is it?
He was a Disney actor that passed away when he was 19, I think.
Oh,
Oh, this is quite grim,
Oh,
actually.
this is really cheery. Yeah.
And then James Charles.
Oh,
who's
hey
also a TikTok person.
sisters! Hey sisters!
Oh my gosh.
Hi sisters! Yeah, it's a whole thing. Yeah,
I'm looking.
he's
to
a
the-
makeup guy.
I'm looking to the more senior people behind me as well, and fortunately, they're all shaking their heads as well. Unbelievable. Can I give you some sport?
Yes, you can, please.
Mika Hakkinen won his second consecutive World Drivers' Championship with McLaren, while Ferrari clinched the Constructors' Championship by a margin of 4 points. Rangers won the Scottish Premier League title, clinching it with 3 matches still to play on the 2nd of May after beating Old Firm rivals Celtic 3-0 at Celtic Park in controversial circumstances. Old Firm controversy? Surely
What
not.
are you on about? Yeah, exactly.
The Rugby World Cup was hosted in Wales. It was won by Australia. A major event for UK sport in that year. And if you went into sport, maybe you were heading off to the movies. What were we watching, Rory?
Yes, for the world box office, by Box Office Mojo, at number 5 is Tarzan with $448 million.
Is this
Nice.
the animated version
With Phil
that
Collins.
Phil Collins? You
Yeah.
will be in my heart.
That's the
I
one.
love that song.
Up fourth, we have The Matrix with $463
I only
million.
recently
I love
watched The Matrix.
Really, it's yeah. There's no songs in the Matrix, so I can't sing anything.
Okay,
At third, we have Toy Story 2 with $487
You got a
million.
friend in me.
that was the first one.
Yeah.
But he sings it all. He sings it in every song. It comes back every time, doesn't it?
Well,
Is it in the fifth
song
one?
does, but yeah, but
Is
like it's like a piano cover kind of thing.
My goodness.
Yeah, at second.
Is that one with Jesse's song? When somebody loved me.
Yeah, that's the
everything was
one.
Beautiful. There you go.
Yeah.
I've got all the range.
At second,
The Florians aren't interested in me though.
at second is The Sixth Sense with $672 million.
Don't give away the ending.
Why not?
Have you not seen it?
No.
Oh, I'm not. Don't tell them the ending.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Have you not seen it either?
I don't think so.
Oh my goodness.
No, I'm
The
not.
Sixth Sense has got like one of the biggest twists in movie history, and you don't know it. Oh, I can't say anything. Move on
Okay.
quick before I give it away.
And at first is Star Wars Episode 1 The Phantom Menace with
Oh.
$924 million.
I remember watching this the first time round
So bad.
Well,
at uni. Yeah.
I love
Phantom Menace.
I like Jar Jar.
Jar Jar Binks.
You
like Jar Jar Binks.
Yeah, I think he's the best
Somebody
part of that movie.
remove him
Write
from the
that down.
graphics. Get him off the graphics and revert back to the old
So
picture
funny.
with just us two.
I thought, do you know what? You would like this. I thought is it Liam Neeson that's in it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I thought he was like Yoda before he turned green.
Do you think he like?
Didn't understand he was like its own character.
Yeah.
Like a whole thing. Yeah,
You
no, I
like
thought he
Jar Jar
just
Binks?
evolved into Yoda.
Yeah, Jar Jar's great.
I'm finding this really
Jar Jar's
hard
great.
to deal with. What was happening in the news this year?
In the news this year, the Euro launched as a single.
Me so very happy.
Okay. Leave Jar Jar in the world of film.
Can you do the news of this year in the voice of Jar Jar Binks?
No, absolutely not. Euro launched
Lisa,
as
see
a
the
single
euro launched. Single currency.
for 11 EU countries for initially only for electronic use. Physical notes and coins came later, and the UK opted out, keeping the pound. A radio DJ prank called 10 Downing Street the year before pretending to be William Hague and actually got through to Tony Blair. Who was that? I don't remember who that was. Was that a Radio 1 thing?
It'll be one of these New Zealand radios because they're just
And
crazy.
ZFM's
Yeah.
David Beckham married Victoria, or Posh Spice, on the 4th of July of this year. Posh and Becks officially became a tabloid institution. They did indeed. They were very busy with the tabloids. And finally, the Scottish Parliament held its very first session in Edinburgh in May of this year after being reconvened for the first time since 1707. Properly historic for the country, and it was all televised from day one. And good old Liz was there as well, wasn't she?
She was there, yes. I remember, etched in my mind is when she enters the chamber, because the Parliament wasn't built by that time. Hashtag scandal. We don't like to talk about it.
Yeah.
So they were in the Church of Scotland's, I think it's like the Moderator's Hall it's called.
Okay.
So that's where the first sort of Parliament sessions were held for the first few years
Right.
until the fancy building was opened down at Holyrood.
Okay.
And they have like a Lord Lieutenant walks in front of the Queen.
Yeah.
And all these MSPs are just sitting down, and she actually has to look at them and like make a gesture to get them to stand up because the Queen's behind her. It's a good 5 seconds of TV well worth checking out.
Okay.
Can I offer you a good 3 minutes and 30 seconds of excellent music?
You certainly can.
It's your final clue for Guess the Year. It's the Backstreet Boys and I Want It That Way.
Tell me why he...
Ain't nothing.
I think
we've got it all.
Just let
We've
him,
got it all. We'll
just
let them do
play.
it.
That was the Backstreet Boys. I want it that way. As you do. So...
We've had some
controversy
guesses.
here. We have.
So
There's a bit of controversy. in all
Oh, we
honesty.
do like controversy. So, first of all, our number one super numero uno fan, Kerry Marvel,
Yeah.
has...
The
she's got a
resident
year.
stalker.
She's got a year. You've said the same year as your mum.
Yeah.
I
I can't disagree, can I?
It pains me to say this. The year that you've guessed the year that you were born.
Yeah, because it was
Now,
98.
In the music and radio section, it didn't say future award-winning presenter Shannon Marvel is born in this year, so clearly it can't be 1998.
Oh, yes, shush.
Otherwise, that would have been featured, of course. Remember, we're dealing with a time when songs came out in the US before they came out in the UK.
Well,
because it
that's
took a long
wrong.
time to bring the tape over on the plane, yeah?
Or on the boat.
Or on the boat. We had planes back then, thank you.
Quite expensive, though, weren't they?
uh,
Not as expensive nowadays.
Oh, yeah, because everything's cheap as chips these days.
Yeah.
So if you said 1998, you're 1 year out.
I know.
Fortunately, the
Get a t-shirt for
Florians
that.
have collectively agreed on a year.
Yeah.
I got the year right.
Yeah.
Rory got the year right because he wrote the quiz.
Yep.
Well done, because the year was...
1999.
I'll let you off, Rory. I'll let you off.
At first chart... Hold on, I am going to back Rory up here. Right,
Oh, yeah.
We've seen what you're like when it comes to guess the year, because you were like,
It
you know,
was one time.
you were like 15 years out once.
Yeah, it was.
She said she got the debut of the Beatles confused with the last ever performance of the Beatles.
Yeah. When you weren't there, it's difficult to know, isn't it?
Your first chart date for Britney Spears and Baby One More Time was the 27th of February 1999. 1999. So I am backing Rory all the way.
Yeah, but it came out in 98.
In the
Just saying.
United States of America. This is the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland here, Shannon.
No, I know.
And things are different here. Oh, God. Let's not get political. Can we have a song, please?
And we're back. Hello.
We are back. Hello.
We're going to be doing it between two different studios now, so I'm going to get really confused.
This can only go well, Shannon.
It can go well. It's absolutely fine. We're in your second hour of the Saturday drop-in.
And welcome along. We're still here with the team from the Florians, who have been telling us all about their forthcoming play. So get along to the Florians website. Just have a wee Google search for Florians Inverness and you'll get there. Get your tickets while you can, because the Saturday show is running out. There's only a few tickets left. But here's the thing, Shannon. We do like a bit of this or that. We like a nice simple quiz here on the Saturday drop-in.
Okay.
And since we have our guests from the Florians... with us, I thought, shall we have a musical, theatre, drama, play, West End kind of quiz for you?
Do you know what? That sounds like a good idea.
It sounds like a good idea. Whether or not it plays out to be a good idea is another thing altogether. Shannon, how are you with your West End theatre knowledge?
Well, we were chatting about it when you guys were chatting away about the new play, and I think I've only seen the Book of Mormon.
Mm-hmm.
I've watched Tick Tick Boom,
Yeah.
Mamma Mia,
Mm-hmm.
and I think that's it.
So, fair to say...
It's going to be fun.
A limited knowledge, yeah?
Yeah. But,
Okay.
you know,
Well, let's
we'll have some fun. It's not
well,
about the winning,
we'll
it's
have
about
some
the
fun.
participating.
I've just been told that they can't hear you next door. Now they
Oh.
can, though.
Can you hear me now?
Didn't
Hello.
press the button. It's been a while since I've used the old 1998 desk.
Yeah.
So I'm having to remind myself.
That's all right.
Not the 1999 desk. That was
I'll stop it, will
going
you?
back there. Living off past goals. Right. So let's get straight into it. The quiz is called "The Show Must Go On." And I have got music to go with this, so we're going to enjoy ourselves here. What I've got is
Oh,
a
dear.
list of West End shows. So we've got a range of musicals, we've got some dancey stuff, then we've got serious proper plays as well.
Dancey stuff, okay.
Dancey stuff. You'll know the dancey one when I get to it. There's only one.
Greece?
No, that's not a dancey. Greece isn't a dancey one.
It is, isn't
Oh, it's a singy one.
it? Dance and sing.
God, we're really showing ourselves.
Sorry.
Anyway, so what I'll do is I will give you a musical.
Okay.
Then we're going to refer to its run on the West End and how long in years and months it ran for, okay, then the following one is either going to be The Show Must Go On or The Show Is Over. So goes on means the one that I'm giving you went on for longer than the last one.
Right.
If the show is over, then no, it didn't run for longer. So it's
Okay.
bigger, smaller, shorter, longer, whichever one works.
I may have to re-explain that to the youths, but we've got it.
Oh, the youths
The youths.
never understand anything these days. Right, are you ready for your intro here? Okay, so the first one that we're going to go for, I'm going to tell you about the musical Cats, of course by Andrew Lloyd Webber. It is based on the T.S. Eliot's Old Possum's Book of Practical Cats. Cats follows a tribe of cats gathering for their annual Jellicle Ball, where one cat will be chosen to ascend to the Heaviside Lair and begin a new life. Do you know that Cats ran from the 11th of May 1981 until the 11th of May 2002 in London's West End? A total run of 21 years and 0 months. So that's your starter. However, what I want to know is Wicked, the musical by Stephen Schwartz. Long before Dorothy arrives in Oz, Elphaba and Glinda meet at university. Their unlikely friendship develops as their lives take very different paths. I want to know, has Wicked ran for longer than Cats or for less than Cats? I'm going to come to our guests here in the studio. Caroline, I'm going to come to you first. Does the show go on, as in, is Wicked ran for longer than Cats, or is it less?
I would say less.
You are saying less. Meg, what's your answer?
I would say less as well.
You're going less as well. Trevor?
Yeah, I would say less.
Okay. Shannon, we've got 3 offs here from the professionals, so what are you
I'm
going to
going
go
to
with?
follow with the professionals and say less.
Howard? Rory, you going to go for one?
I'm going to go longer.
You're going to go longer.
He's going Show Must Go On. Well done. Jess, are you joining in with this?
Yeah, I'm going longer as well.
The 2 young people are going for on.
Now, just because it was a film, guys.
So is it Show Must Go On or is it The Show Is Over?
The show is over.
It's
now.
over, yes, I'm afraid. Wicked is less. 19 years, 10 months Wicked has run for. Still running to this day in London's West End. It premiered the 27th of September 2006. So well done if you said off. It is correct. So currently it's Rory and Jess are on 0 points. Everyone else is on 1 point. That's it. I've got one right. You don't need to go any further.
That's good.
So going from Wicked, we're going to go to Mamma Mia. Benny Anderson, Bjorn Ulvaeus and Katherine Johnson. On a Greek island, a young woman preparing for her wedding tries to discover which of the 3 men is her father, with ABBA songs woven, sometimes quite clangy, into the story. Is Mamma Mia, has it ran for longer or shorter than Wicked? Shannon, I'm coming to you first this time. Mamma Mia, is it ran for longer or shorter than Wicked? Is it on or is it off?
I'm going to say it is off. It's less.
You've said that Mamma Mia is running for less. Okay.
Less
Rory?
than 19?
On.
Rory is on. Jess?
I'm going to say it's like more than.
So that's on. Okay. Caroline, is it The Show Must Go On or is the show over?
I think the show is over. Maybe not by much, but I think it is over.
Meg, is it on or off? What do you
I
think?
think it's off.
Trevor?
I think it's on.
You think it's on. Well, let's find out. The Show Must Go On. Mamma Mia. It's still running to this day. It premiered on the 6th of April 1999. How's that for a year, eh? 27 years, 4 months. So yes, if you said on, you were correct. We have a runaway leader at the moment. Trevor is on 100%. He's on 2 points. Everyone else is on 1 now, so it's nice and close. Going from Mamma Mia, we're going to go to Miss Saigon. Claude Michael Schoenberg and Alain Boublil. Set during the Vietnam War, this tragic love story follows American soldier Chris and Vietnamese woman Kim, whose lives are torn apart by the fall of Saigon. So has Miss Saigon, did it run for longer than Mamma Mia or less than Mamma Mia? Let's go to... I'm going to put Trevor under the pressure. Trevor.
On.
He's going on. Shannon, you're up next. Miss Saigon, longer or less than Mamma Mia?
I've heard of Miss Saigon. I'm going to say it's going on.
What's going on?
Yeah, I mean, the Hasties are creating havoc already. They're emailing in every single question.
Every single individual answer.
Yep, they
I've
are.
not got a scored line for them, unfortunately. It's too confusing.
I'll
as
let
it
you know
is.
later.
Rory, Miss Saigon, longer or less than Mamma Mia? Is it Show Must Go On or the show is over?
I'm going less.
You're going the show is over. Off. Jess, on or off?
Off.
Off. Caroline.
I think the show must go on.
You think the show must go on, and Meg?
Yeah, the show must go on.
You're saying the show must go on. It is...
The show is
It's over now, I'm afraid. Miss Saigon, its original run was the 20th of September 1989 until the 30th of October 1999. 10 years and 1 month. Quite a significant off, I'm afraid. The scores I'm not going to tell you the scores anymore. It's not that I've forgotten them or lost count or anything, you understand. We're going to go from Miss Saigon to the Willie Russell play Blood Brothers. Clarification time. It's the revival, because it had a very, very, very short run to start with, so it's the revival, everybody. I'm just getting the rules out of the way before I get into trouble. Great play. Have you ever done Blood Brothers?
No, I haven't.
I've
no.
always wanted to see it. I've never seen it.
Seen it.
Is this
few
a
times.
request from you, Tom?
That's how it works. Can we put requests into the Florians? Blood Brothers. Two boys born on the same date are separated at birth and grow up in very different circumstances, but become close friends with tragic consequences. No, don't sing. So, Blood Brothers. So we had Miss Saigon, 10 years, 1 month. Is Blood Brothers show must go on or the show is over? I'm going to go to Meg first this time.
The show must go on.
You've said the show must go on, Trevor.
The show must go on.
It goes on, says Trevor. Shannon.
I don't
Miss
know.
Saigon to Blood Brothers.
I've heard of Miss Saigon more than Blood Brothers, but I feel like I'll go with the professionals here.
Coward. You're saying show must go on. Rory, what are you saying?
I'll go less.
You'll go that show is over now. Jess.
The show's over.
The show is over. And Caroline.
I think it goes on because there have been so many productions of this, and the West End one is still incredibly popular.
So there has been follow-ons, yes, absolutely. But this main run that we're going for,
I think it goes on.
You think it goes on? It does indeed, yes. 24 years and 3 months from 88 to 2012 as it's run in London's West End. But yeah, it did have an early one, I think it was 82 or 83, where it was like only a couple of weeks that it ran for. But the main run there, yes. So that was Blood Brothers. We're into number 5 now. The Lion King. So from Blood Brothers to The Lion King. Elton John and Tim Rice. Young lion Simba is destined to become king. He can't wait to become king, that's what it is. But after his father's death, he flees his home before eventually returning to reclaim his rightful place. So is The Lion King run for longer than Blood Brothers? Let's go to Jess. You can go first this time. The Lion King, is it the show must go on or the show is over now?
The show must go on.
The show must go on. Caroline, you're up next.
The show must go on.
Show must go on. Meg?
I think the show is over.
She thinks the Florians have been split now. Trevor, what are we going for?
Yeah, I think the show's over.
You
too.
think the show's over. Shannon, The Lion
Remind
King.
me what Blood Brothers was in years and months, please.
Blood Brothers was 24 years and 3 months.
It's over.
You think it's over?
Yeah.
Rory, is the show must go on or is the show over?
Show's over.
You think the show is over? Let's find out.
Oh!
Yeah, The Lion King from the 19th of October 1999. It's still running on London's West End. 26 years and 10 months. So it's got 2 and a bit years on Blood Brothers. We go into round 6. Billy Elliot, the musical. Billy Elliot's Elton John and Lee Hall. During the miners' strike, Billy discovers a talent for ballet. Despite his family expecting him to box, he secretly pursues his dream of becoming a dancer. Is Billy Elliot the musical The Show Must Go On, or The Show Is Over compared to The Lion King? Shannon, you're first this time.
Well, all I remember is Tom Holland was in it, wasn't he, as a kid?
Is Tom Holland in it?
Yeah, the
Is that in
current
the movie, is it?
Spider-Man, yeah.
Yeah, but that's the film.
No, I know that's no, Spider-Man isn't Billy Elliot.
Get that on a t-shirt.
Yeah, get that on a t-shirt. I'm going to say The Show Must Go On.
Shannon says The Show Must Go On. Rory,
Show's over.
The Show Is Over. Jess,
The show is over.
The Show Is Over. Caroline,
The show is over.
over. Meg,
Yeah, over.
Oh, I feel like I've said something wrong now.
well, you never know, Trevor might back you up.
No.
The
Thanks,
show is over.
The Show Is Over. No, I hit the wrong one.
Is that the wrong one?
Hold on, I'll press it
I
again.
got really excited there.
Sorry, Shannon.
The show is over.
Yeah, the show is over now. Billy Elliot, a good run from the 11th of May 2005 until the 9th of April 2016. 10 years and 10 months. Now, remember how I warned you there was a dancey one? Stomp. Steve.
I love
Nicholas
Stomp. I
and
forgot about Stomp.
Well, who knows? I can't say
Yeah.
any more in case I give anything away.
Okay.
Steve McNicholas and Luke Cresswell, it says, using the body and ordinary objects to create a physical theatre performance using rhythms, acrobatics and pantomime. His Stomp, the show must go on, or is the show over compared to Billy Elliot the musical? Let's go to Meg. Meg, you can go first this time.
I think the show is over.
You think the show is over, Trevor?
Yeah,
Stomp.
I'll say the show's over too.
You're saying the show's over. Yeah, Billy Elliot the musical, this is what we're comparing to. Shannon?
I'm going to say the show's over, but it's a really good show.
Mm-hmm. Rory, is the show over, or is the show must go on?
The show must go on.
You're saying the show must go on. And Jess,
The show is over.
you're saying the show's over. Caroline, what do you think?
I'm going to be controversial. I'm going to say the show goes on.
You're saying the show must go on. And you would be right to just... See, you're doubting it now. You're waiting until I
Yeah.
confirm that I've hit the right button. Yes, Stomp, from the 25th of September 2002 until the 7th of January 2018. 15 years, 3 months, a good 5 years more than Billy Elliot the musical. It's next round number 7. On to number 8. I have issues with this particular musical, in inverted commas. So from Stomp to We Will Rock You. In a dystopian future where rock music is banned, young rebels set out to restore rock and roll, accompanied by the music of Queen. Was it a jukebox musical, they call it? I call it shoehorning in as many contrived ways of getting song. I don't like... I'm sorry to the Florians, because I know you do musical theatre on the side. You've got your side hustles with the other gangs as well. I don't like jukebox musicals. But I'm going to put an asterisk here.
I'm with you.
I don't like them in the West End. I don't mind like amateur dramatic people doing it. The thing is, why would I go to the West End to see a bad karaoke performance of my favourite band? Anyway, that's just my take on it. It's a hot take. But of course, if you go, I'm going to go to Eden Court of the Florians to see somebody do their best, and that's great. But why? Yeah. Anyway, We Will Rock You. I've got more to say on this, but I will go. I'm going to go to Caroline first. We Will Rock You. Did it go for longer or less than Stomp? Is the show must go on, or is the show over?
The show is over.
You're saying the show is over, Meg.
Yeah, the show is over.
The show is over, Trevor.
I'll say the show must go on.
Ooh.
Oh. There's real tension here. Shannon, is the show over or the show must go on?
The show is over.
You're saying the show is over. Rory
The show must go on.
and Jess.
The show is over.
Just mind you, the youngsters is on their phones. Can we just talk about this? They're probably Googling this whilst we're going through.
They don't Google anymore. They just chat GPT everything.
Yeah.
The show is
The show is over now. We Will Rock You somehow ran for 12 years. Like, why? Another one I don't like is Sunshine on Leith. Okay? Hear me out.
Shocking. I
Hear-
love Sunshine on Leith. I
love
love the cheese.
I love the Proclaimers. But it's so set up. It's like...
You know what our friendship is? Over and done with.
That's what I press the button.
See ya.
It's like they arrive back from the army. They somehow find themselves at the top of Calton Hill, and they look down on Leith. Sunny today, isn't it? Oh, what we're going to sing now? They're at the pub. Oh, who's this lassie I've just bumped into? Oh, her name's Jean. Oh, gee, I wonder what song they're going to sing now. Anyway, I don't like it.
It's such a good film.
Trevor's looking at me. I think Trevor's lost any respect that he did have for me.
The
Long gone.
Florians are never returning now.
I'm surprised they're staying for the end of the quiz, to be honest. Right, we've got two more. We've gone from We Will Rock You to The Phantom of the Opera. We'll go to Shannon first for this one.
Show must go on.
Mm-hmm.
It's a massive
Rory?
one, isn't it?
Show must go on.
Well, it could be. Maybe there's a trick here. I don't know. Jess?
The show's over.
Caroline?
The show must go on.
Meg?
The show must go on.
And Trevor?
And on and on and on.
And on.
Yeah, it's always tough when you've got a quiz because you have to jump from one that does 12 years up to one that does 39 years and 10 months because it's still going on to this day. The 9th of October 1986 is when it debuted. A mysterious figure living beneath the Paris Opera House becomes obsessed with young soprano Christine Day, leading to jealousy and dangerous consequences. It's time for the last one, folks. So we're going from The Phantom of the Opera to The Woman in Black. There's an audible gasp coming from the Florians here. Stephen Malfrat brings you an older, traumatised Arthur Kipps hires a professional actor to help him perform and recount a dark ghost story from his youth to exorcise his past. The Woman in Black, I think, is still the second longest non-musical West End performance. There's a wee clue for you. So we've gone from The Phantom of the Opera to the woman in black. I'm going to go, because she gasped, Meg, you're going first.
The show must go on.
You're saying the show must
It's
go
my
on.
favourite.
Trevor?
Yeah, I think the show must go on as well.
Yeah, this is Phantom of the Opera to Woman in Black. Shannon?
This is probably the book that actually gave me PTSD. I'll be honest, but it must go on.
It must go on.
It must go on.
Rory?
Show must go on.
Go on. Jess?
The show must go on.
Caroline?
The show must go on.
The show must go on.
The show
No, really?
Got yous all. It's not far off. So it was 39 years, 10 months for the Phantom of the Opera. The Woman in Black was from the 11th of January 1989 to the 14th of March 2023. 34 years and 2 months. So you are 5 years out. Not
There's
even
a
close
t-shirt
enough
in
for a
that.
t-shirt. Yeah, I know.
There should be a t-shirt for that.
Can I offer you some final scores?
Yes, please.
No, I don't want to know.
Well, the good thing is, it's our co-host who came last. Shannon on 4
Yay!
points, but well done, Shannon. You've done well. Then it's a tie for second place. So we go from Shannon in last to second place. Rory, Jess, Meg and Trevor are all in second place on 5, but our runaway winner is Caroline on 7. So that was this week's This or That. Thank you to the Florians. We'll let you get away now and have the rest of your Saturday. Head along to the Florians website, just have a research for Florians in Inverness, and go along and see this production and all the productions. They're all fabulous. Good luck to the future, everyone. And break a leg. Apologies.
Yes.
And hopefully we'll
Thank
see you
you.
next year for what you've got going on. Is that okay?
Thanks for having us.
Thanks very
Thank
much,
you very
folks.
much. Danger Zone, Kenny Loggins there. It's a Saturday drop-in with Shannon and Tom and Rory and Jess and everyone else. It's been a busy, busy day. Are you right?
Well, I was stretching to offer Jess a sweetie because, of
know.
course, we're not eating in the studio.
Not
we
at
never
all,
do.
but we're also running late.
Are we?
Yeah, because it's time.
For Beat Detective?
It is indeed. The Beat Detective has gone into the super duper computer and has hidden the last song of the show and some cryptic clues, which are now on Facebook and Instagram at Highland Hospital Radio. It's a good one. It's a good one. Because Tom doesn't know the question straight away.
Well, I'm pretty sure I know the band, but well, I won't say any more because that might
influence
people
some
away,
people.
but,
Yeah.
yeah.
Your clues for this week: your artist is one word, the first and worst road to drive on, and song is 3 words. Here I come.
I mean, the worst road thing, right? That's your opinion.
Yeah, first and worst.
Yeah, okay.
That's what I'm saying.
Well,
First
I'm just
and worst.
saying that there's different interpretations of what is first.
This is true.
When I, leave my house and drive through Inverness, and then at the Longman roundabout.
Exactly. I'm not talking about like the first approach, because that's different for everyone.
Exactly.
Exactly. So it's the
I'm
first
just
and
saying,
worst road
before
to
we
drive
get
on.
complaints, I'm just saying.
It's good to know. But if you want to put in your answers, your guesses, let us know. You can comment on the wee picture on Facebook and Instagram, or you can WhatsApp us 01463 704 500. Leave us a voice note because we can put them on the
Do
system.
that, yeah, please
Put
leave us a
wee
voice note.
on.
I would say if you had a 10 question quiz.
Yeah.
And you were wanting to take part in that 10 question quiz, maybe use WhatsApp rather than send 10 individual emails.
Yeah. We will need to tally up I don't think they can listen. No, they can't. Sorry.
Well, she's listening, all right.
Sorry.
The Hasties are here, the Bringers of Chaos, who
The
will be on
Bringers
at
of
2
Chaos.
o'clock with Jimmy's Jangles. We'll find out what it is they've got in store for us in a few moments' time. We'll have a wee bit more chat, and with just so much to fit in still, it
Yeah,
feels.
I know. This is
Oh.
what happens when we have an interview. We enjoy them too much and they overstay.
But it was such
For
a
good things.
lovely interview.
Yeah, it was. It really was.
I mean, very interesting to go and see that play, but I appreciate that for some people it might be a bit too much. But well, go and support the Florians because they do so much great work, and they are well supported. It's good to know.
Yes, they are. You've got 50 minutes of us before the Hasties
For the
take
Hasties,
over
yeah,
for
we need to know
Jimmy's Jangles.
What is on Jimmy's Jangles this week, Emily Hasty?
80s.
It's the 80s still. Is it still 80s TV themes?
Robbers and
Cops and robbers.
I love that.
Oh yeah, that's right. Because I fell out with James. Because I remember. Do you remember?
The face says otherwise.
Do you remember the history of James and I? That everybody seemed to think that I didn't like James when he started on the radio.
Yeah.
There was like some sort of rift or something between us. Well, turns out there is.
It's good to know.
He doesn't like the Bill theme tune,
What?
which is.
Bill's great.
It's the best, one of the best theme tunes going.
What's the bill?
Wow.
Now that hits different, right? Thank you. That hits
Every
on two
Saturday,
levels,
11
right?
a.m..
That hits on two levels because there is a young person who doesn't know old television, but it's also a person who
Is there a young person that does?
and
Yes. I would consider myself as young.
yeah, about that, Shannon.
Wow,
we
thanks.
had a
Thanks.
meeting.
No.
But
No, we didn't.
I'd imagine that Rory's family are listening, and
Mm-hmm.
would it be fair to say that Rory doesn't know what the bill is in the financial sense either, that he's never paid for one at a restaurant or anything? It's usually you're financed by parents and
Phone
grandparents.
bill,
Brilliant.
yeah.
Exactly. So they have got the Cops and Robbers theme tunes coming up. I know for a fact he does have one. He's got the Dempsey and Makepeace theme coming up. Now that is
fun.
phenomenal. It goes on for about 12 minutes. I don't know how they ever actually had time to solve crimes in this show because the theme tune is just epic. It goes on forever and it's really intense. It's high energy. It's It's things that make you go Pew 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 pew. It's Danny's disco. Cool. But he's not here. Danny's on holiday.
He's on holidays.
Danny is on his hollybobs. It was Albufeira or something along those lines. So I got to cover Danny's show this week.
How was it? Tell me
Oh,
more.
I had so much fun, Shannon. I mean,
Yeah.
don't get me wrong, I love doing the Saturday drop-in. It's 2 years
But,
now.
yeah.
No, 2 years we've been doing this.
Yeah.
It's such good fun. We get great guests in. I've got a great wee team here who I get to spend my Saturdays with, which is great fun.
We get fed.
We do get
And
fed,
watered, yeah.
Very much so. And I love it all. But it's nice to do a show by yourself and just old school radio show. Now Danny is I don't want to say he's like a sort of an idol of sorts, but he is a classic radio DJ. He's been there and done it. He was in charge of local stations, which we don't mention anymore. He was in charge of places like Radio Borders. He was a presenter on 4th F. I used to listen to Danny on the radio.
Oh, so when he was like, "Can I come join?" You were like, "Oh my god!"
Well, sort of. I don't get involved in recruitment, but the fact that I got to cover Danny, and Danny's one of the guys I grew up listening to radio to, that was quite
Bit of a
special.
privilege.
And the fact that he was messaging saying, "Oh, it's sounding great, nice one." He sent me a picture, not from his holidays, but he
Okay.
sent me this retro picture of him at the 4th FM studios.
I can
from back in the
imagine.
day.
Oh, I
'Cause
want
we
to
were,
see this.
We were talking about cart players.
Yes.
Because we play carts, so when we're playing jingles, we call that carts. But it's
Yeah,
all
yeah,
digital,
all
yeah?
these, yeah.
It's all digital. But of course, back in his day,
Used to
it
be
was
like 4 CDs and vinyl decks and stuff like that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, I don't think they had vinyl at the 4th FM studios, but there's Danny back in the mid-90s.
my God.
We might put this on socials, actually. I might just... But that's the studios of 4th FM
No.
from back in the day, yeah. Look at that. I mean, he does... It's quite interesting. He does look like he's been surprised and wasn't expecting somebody to take his
You're
photo.
like, "Danny!"
But yeah, we've
Yeah.
done so. Anyway, so it was really nice to cover his show. Do you know what? I might even do it again this week.
Yeah.
Phil's doing live at 8 on Thursday, but I might come in and do...
Have a bit of fun.
Danny's disco.
We'll have to do like a cover for you for like
Tom's Disco.
Yeah.
No, it's Danny's
June,
Disco
June,
under
June.
temporary management of Tom Nelson.
management. Should we get a
I
bit
don't
of
have the
a-
chest hair and the medallion to really be the proprietor of Danny's Disco.
Rizzle Kicks. When I was younger, it is coming up to 5 till 2 on your Saturday afternoon. Oh no. What?
Man,
I said
I never
5
said
till
a
2.
thing. Literally, I'm just
You
enjoying
just
some
look
of
at me
this.
being like, what you doing?
I'm just enjoying this award-winning radio.
It is award-winning radio right now, but we are running out of time because we have got to get your answer to Beat Detective.
We've got to get it here as well because the Hasties are coming up in just a moment's time
They
with
are
Jimmy's
indeed.
Jangles. At 3 o'clock, Doogie will be here with his show, which...
Go on.
what's it called?
What is it called?
On the record. What's Doogie's show called?
What's Dookie's called? What is it called?
I don't know.
Let me just double check. Give me 2 seconds.
It is on the record, isn't it? On the level.
On the level.
Yeah, Doogie. How
Sorry,
you doing, mate?
Dookie. Hey.
Anyway, shall I read it?
Thanks for doing your work.
I'll read out the clue because
please.
that's in front of me and I can read stuff.
Yep. He's still remembering it.
The
Yeah.
first and worst road to drive on, and I was
Worst?
like, what's the A9? There's no band called A9.
There's got to be one
But-
called A9.
But well, maybe I think you know what there probably is actually.
Yeah. But the
here's-
first road-
The first road. Would that be the A1, Shannon?
It would be A1. Yes.
So A1, and the song made up of 3 words is "Here I Come."
What
Is
do you
that-
say before you
Is
go,
that
"Here
a
I come"?
follow-on to a statement? Would
It
somebody
is,
say
possibly.
"ready or not"?
I think it is. Yeah.
See, and that's how it works.
I know. I think we've done all right, actually, haven't we? So.
I think you've done all right, yeah.
Done all right. It's a good one. It was a good one. If you like your naughty
Yeah,
stuff.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Check out the podcast. I will get it up eventually. Last week's and this week. I'm off next week. I'm taking a week off.
You are, so you're stuck with me.
I'll
for
see you in a
week.
couple of weeks when we will be out and about. The outside broadcast
We
unit
are,
rolls
yes.
to Torvain in a couple of weeks' time.
See you then.
Bye.
And that was the show. Thanks very much for listening, guys.
Yeah, great show. The Florians were wonderful. Thank you very much to Caroline, Meg and Trevor. Once again, get yourselves onto the Florians website. It is florians.org.uk and get your tickets. If you are like catching up on the podcast and you are now listening to this after September when the show's had its run, check out the Christmas show, which is The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe. And if you're listening to this in
You got offered Mr.
2039,
Tumnus. That was fun.
I don't think I got offered a role. Did I? Did I get offered a
It
role?
was like, we need a Mr. Tumnus.
I don't think they were.
You could wear, like, you know, the...
Who's Mr. Tumnus?
Mr. Tumnus is
So
the thorn.
should we explain to the listeners, because this is off air, so what happened?
That they turned around and said, we need a Mr. Tumnus.
Yeah, I don't think that's what they meant. What the, is that what Mr. Tumnus wears? Yeah, I'm certainly not being a Mr. Tumnus. Holy moly.
I was going to say, your cars wouldn't be able to fit into the costume, would they? It's a thorn, isn't he?
This not that.
I am now showing,
Oh, no,
for
I
the benefit
showed
of
the
the
bottom
tape,
half. The
I am-
bottom half of you,
for the benefit of the tape, I am showing Shannon a picture of Mr. Tumnus.
Aye.
I have no confidence in myself.
No, look at the rest of it. Look at the rest of the
The breast
picture.
of it, yes,
No,
I can
the
see that.
breast. We're not laughing at breast. That's not
No,
funny.
well,
That's
Rory's
not
had to go
funny.
home early, so we can't do that.
No, but like, because he's a thorn.
Is he?
He's like part. Is it deer?
We're getting
for
we're getting a
thorns?
thumbs up from Shannon's mum, who joins us today.
Who also joins us today.
So yeah, basically after after they were in doing
You
their
asked
bit,
for a really big scarf.
they came in and we were getting our pictures taken, and they talked about their Christmas show and said they're needing a Mr. Tumnus. I mean, I don't. Yeah, and do you know what? I would really love to do musical theatre.
Would you?
Oh, without a doubt. It's
I
what
mean, you do like doing the pantos for us.
Oh yes, I do.
Oh no, you don't. We're starting this early.
No, I love it. I wish I could, but there's so much time taken up here at Highland Hospital Radio.
What would be your musical theatre performance of choice? Like, what would you be in and who would you play?
Well, I mean, I would love to revisit a character who I have played on stage, which was Pharaoh from Joseph the Fin, the Maze in Technicolor Dreamcoat in the Almond
With
Bank
the
Primary
Elvis,
School.
yeah.
In the Almond Bank Primary School Primary 7 Leavers Assembly production.
God.
2 productions.
'Cause
Got
that
standing
was the-
ovation.
that
Standing
was-
ovation I got.
Oh, it's because they're all parents and they went, oh, bless.
No.
Someone had to play it.
No, it wasn't like that at all.
No.
It was. I did the full on Elvis. So I had it all.
Well, you had to.
For
That's
an
the point of
11-year-old,
Pharaoh.
12-year-old. That was impressive. I
Yeah.
thought. No, I'd love to do that. But Joseph.
Joseph.
I'd love to do West Side Story. I'd love to sing Maria in West Side Story. That'd be good. What?
Practice.
No, thank you. Yeah, I know. I wish I could. So when somebody else takes over the running of Highland Hospital Radio, then I will do that. We also had some fun with our West End quiz that we played. The show must go on.
That wasn't bad.
I enjoyed it. The production values were good.
I totally
had,
forgot that West End isn't just musicals.
and yeah, that's a really
Yeah.
valid point. Yeah, because it is proper serious plays and stuff, like the Mousetrap, which is still running to the States. It is the longest
The
running one.
Mousetrap.
Yes.
Is it like the board game?
N-
Could you imagine a musical like the game The Mousetrap? Because
Oh,
Mousetrap, the board game,
I
was
love-
the best thing.
Was it
ever.
though? I think you're
Yes.
misremembering it, Shannon.
I really enjoyed it.
Let me help you out here. Is your mum okay? We need to look after her. She's precious. We can't afford to lose her. Is she
No.
okay?
I think she's good. You're
Um,
right.
She's, I think, she's actually quite embarrassed by you, I think that's what it. That is a
That's not
embarrassed
embarrassment.
mum laugh.
That's not
My good,
embarrassment.
does she really just refer to the Mousetrap as the board game on stage?
Could
I'm
you
going to say,
imagine, though?
I think you've misremembered it, because the thing is, the game Mousetrap.
Mousetrap was amazing.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it
No,
was.
it wasn't. And,
Do you know
hear me
there's
out
like a
here.
live-
Hear me out here.
What?
Yeah, hear me out here. It was rubbish because it took so long to set up. More often than not, when you had the seesaw bit where the guy got seesawed into land things, it never worked. You're misremembering it. Trust me.
I think you
Anybody
just
who's
got-
listening to this part of the podcast,
They've
why,
turned off.
why?
B, thanks.
B, big thanks. But also, get in touch with us and say, Shannon, Tom's right here. Well,
No,
Tom's
you
right
know
generally,
what?
but
No. No.
Mousetrap, the board game, was rubbish. because it took so long to set up and it was such an anticlimax.
I don't think it took that long to set up.
Hmm.
Did it take that long to set up?
Yes.
Oh, we're getting... Again, is she misremembering it, Kerry?
She is.
She is. Yes. So yes, no, Mousetrap was rubbish.
Yeah.
The-
I don't remember. How did it end?
It
You
didn't.
just-
Nobody
you
ever
just
got to that point.
Trapped the mouse and the,
No,
the
we
thing
just
and it went.
the
Broop.
family argument had occurred by then.
That's
I think there's
Monopoly.
been more arguments playing Mousetrap than what there were playing Monopoly.
We
or
don't
the
bring
game
Monopoly
of life.
into this podcast because we will just
We'll upset
lose
the
it.
board game people
Upset
again.
the board game people.
Should we play a game of Monopoly once on the show? That'd be quite an
Do it
interesting
like a
idea.
podcast extra,
Podcast extra would play
Like
Monopoly. I mean, the
lunch.
podcast extra would be 10 times longer than the
like
show.
lunch with Lorna.
Mm.
Yeah.
Live Monopoly. Well, there's a
We
TikTok.
We can go to London and
Right.
do the life-size Monopoly.
Actually, go to all the places.
Yeah, there's one on Piccadilly.
Mm-hmm.
No. Like you go into like
What?
a shop essentially. Go into a place in Piccadilly, and then they get you to play the game.
Mm.
Yeah.
We call Piccadilly something else when we were playing the game.
Maybe off the podcast, yeah.
Is that's not even? It's
This
too hot for podcast,
this
is it?
This is family friendly.
It's not Piccalilly. Well,
Anyway, should we leave it that?
we'll leave it at that. I'm not here next week. Sorry,
you're not.
sorry about that.
You're
Soz, big soz.
Sorry.
So hopefully Shannon and Rory have some good stuff lined up. I'm sure they will.
I'm sure I will.
I'm sure it won't
We'll
just
see
get
what
cobbled
happens next
together
week.
at the last minute in the morning.
No. You know me. I prep very early.
Yeah, yes, you do.
Yeah.
So we're going to head off for just now. If you have been listening in hospital as a patient, we hope that you get well soon. If you're listening as a member of staff, hopefully your shift is not too far away from ending. And wherever you're listening, it's great to have you along and stick along. It's not just us here on Highland Hospital. We do lots of great shows, so go to hhr.scot for more information.
Sounds good.
We'll see you all later.
See you. Bye.
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 Bye-bye.
Bye.